What's up, creators? It's your boy Mad Mike. Beautiful sunny day out here. We're working on the El-Cuda Silverado project where we're body swapping 1976 GMC Sprint, which is also known as the El-Camino, onto a 2011 Chevy Silverado. Today, this is part 3, I believe. Sorry for all the traffic. It's Friday here and I get Fridays off now. My new job, I work 4 10-hour days, so I'll have more time on these Fridays to do vlogs and get shit done on these projects that I have going on here in the Mad Lab. So in today's video, I'm just gonna do a bunch of work, pick up the camera here and there, tell you what I'm doing, but I think the ultimate goal is to pull a couple measurements of the El-Camino now that I got everything out of the inside of the car. You can see I've already got the floor cut out, so that gives me lots of room to place it on top the Chevy. And the nice thing about having the floor all cut out is that on the Chevy, we're going to be utilizing that floor skin and the firewall structure. So basically, if you haven't watched the other few vlogs, what I want to do is graft the El-Camino body onto the Chevy Silverado platform, and we're going to utilize the floor. We're going to use the firewall so we can hold on to the dash, all the controls, the steering column, the brake booster, heater, AC, you name it. So we got this car fairly stripped down. So I'm going to start pulling some measurements of the El-Camino from dash to floor, where the windshield sits, because the windshield is going to sit a little bit further back and we need this height here overall, figure that out. Then I can hopefully start cutting up this entire, probably below in the cowl here, if you can see, it goes down there. So we're gonna cut straight across here, all the way across down the cowl. We'll cut right down here, zip it down across there, and remove that entire cab section. On the El-Cuda, the first thing I'm gonna do is pull this front clip off. It's a fiberglass front clip. This was on an old Cuda dragster, so it's all fiberglass, tilts forward. I'm going to keep it that way, super light, so we're going to pull that off because this is sitting on a chassis with a 305 motor. It runs and drives, it doesn't stop. I got the brake master cylinder disconnected, but we're going to try to throw a jerry can to it and see if we can fire this car up. I haven't heard it run in a number of years, so I haven't heard it run in a while, so let's see if we can grab a jerry can, pull that front clip off, get the motor running, and then when I pull the body off, we got a chassis to either put another project on or to sell and recoup some of our cost. So we got the front end of the Cuda off of the El-Camino, El-Cuda. Man, it's bright out here. I had to do a wardrobe change. It's so warm out today. And the traffic is crazy. It's Friday. It's coming up to a long weekend here and everybody's going up north for the weekend. So, we've got the front end off. This is what it looks like underneath the hood of the 76 GMC Sprint. It's supposed to have a 350, but it's got a little 305. Runs good. It's got AC on it, and you can see that the master cylinder has been removed. I was doing some brake work and never got around to fixing it, but I want to try to fire this thing up. So we're gonna have to grab us a battery, and I've already rigged up a little fuel line that goes into the trunk or the truck bed here. So we'll dip that into our fuel can. We'll dig out the keys wherever the keys might be, and we'll see if we can get this 305 to fire up. I don't know if it's got glass packs on it, kind of looks like it. You can see with the floor cut out, the full exhaust system down in here. It's a duals. That looks like a glass pack to me on both sides. So let's go ahead and grab a battery and go from there. Projects. All right, I think I got battery down here for the CUDA. Yeah, that one's good. We'll bring this over to the car and we'll see if we can get some power to it. Hurry up! There we go, that's friggin' heavy. All right, let's put the camera down and hook this thing up. All right, what are we working with here? Ground, positive, ground. Let's see if it even fits in there. Okay. Barely reaches. That'll work. Well, got the battery in there. Just barely reach. Different style terminals. I'll just grab some vice grips, clamp those on, and we'll see if we got power going to the dash. All right. We got negative, positive. Loosen these guys off. Come on, baby. All right, well, the cable didn't want to reach. Let's go ahead and wedge up the battery, block of wood, and then we should get another couple inches. There we go. Perfect. One. Connect the negative and see if anything starts smoking. Doubtful. It's been running good when I had it up. Fired up a while ago. All right, negative, positive. We have power. So we're connected there. Next step, let's see if I have any fuel, and we'll put the jerry can inside the trunk or the truck bed, whatever the heck you want to call this thing, and we'll crank it over, see if we got any juice. Bam. Oh yeah, we got barely enough. Let's see if you guys can see that. There, just a corner gas, so we'll let her run till she runs dry. Do. Gasoline. There we go. See if we can do this with one hand. Thread that off. Got to try to lean the can to that corner so we get maximum fuel. So let's just see what we can do here. That'll work. Something like that. All right. Something like that, maybe? Let's try that. Well, it's a little jerry-rigged, and I hope that picks up enough fuel. So now I just gotta find the keys and see if we can get ignition. And if we have ignition, it should fire up. It's pretty warm out today, so shouldn't have any trouble with that. There was a slight ticking last time. Which keys are which? El-Camino, El-Cuda. Found them. There was a little bit of a ticking sound last time coming from the motor, but I think it was just the lifter. It's not getting enough oil to the top end, so we'll let it run until the fuel can runs out of gas, as long as it doesn't get too hot. So let's see if we got any power. Keys. We're in park. I don't know what keys are what. Maybe that square looking one. Ooh, we have lights. Oil. All right. I don't think the radio works. I've never even tried it. No radio power. Okay, we have juice. So, this is sketchy with my legs down here. We're in park, so we can't go anywhere. But let's see if I can reach that gas pedal, and I'll set you guys up outside. And we'll see if this thing will fire up. All right, let's see what happens. This is sketch. All right. This is so uncomfortable. Here we go, cranking over. Gonna take a minute for the gas to get up there. You know what? Let's give her a little juice to help get her going. All right, let's try this again with some juice. Scary. She's running. I think it's pulling fuel. Must be by now. I should have checked to make sure that that fan wasn't going to hit anything. The old clutch fans, those are dangerous. Holy cow. But yeah, she's running. Don't know if you guys and girls can hear it, but we'll let her warm up and then we'll give her a couple of revs. Just a little smoky, but not too bad. Keep an eye on that. Make sure a mouse nest or whatever isn't catching on fire. Actually, let's go ahead and give her a couple of revs. That way if there is a mouse nest in there, we can blow it out. Smells like burning rubber. Hopefully nothing's on fire. I'm stoked. This thing fired right up, sounds good. Still got a slight knock when I get on load. When I start revving it up, it's got that slight knock still, but we'll let that smoke burn off and let her drink some more fuel before I shut her down. Nice little motor in it though. A lot of you guys and girls are probably wondering why I'm doing a body swap and not just restoring the car on this chassis, but I don't know, it's just boring to me. I want a reliable daily driver muscle car, and the reliability of the Chevy Silverado. This is my daily here, the Sierra, and it's got over 420,000 kilometers on it, and it's super reliable. So we're gonna take that body, put it on here, and we can have some good times in it, good road trips. But yeah, hearing a knock coming on. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's a little bit of a weird knock. Yeah, some kind of a knock. Hopefully that's not bottom end, but who knows? I don't think it's my flywheel. I've already checked that. It's running good other than that little knock sound. Alright, so a little bit of time has passed. I've pulled some measurements for the El-Cuda. Focus, there we go. So with those measurements, firewall, cab length, firewall width, etc., I can start laying out where I need to cut. There's the sun and I'm focused. Where I need to cut the cab on the Silverado. So we're kind of done pulling the measurements on the El-Camino. I'm a little bit dirtier because I've been pulling apart the rest of the interior. So we got the whole rubber floor and under padding out of the car, all the back panels, got the battery disconnected there for a few more minutes, and then I can start unplugging the rest of these airbag clips, because after pulling my firewall measurements, I realized I'm going to be right about here coming across, and that's a good thing because down in the cowl here is below my level, so I can pretty much trim right along the lower cowl on the outside of the firewall and on the inside of the firewall. And then when I put the El-Camino on top of it, this upper cowling here, which I'm gonna leave, is gonna rest where this cowl was. And then we'll still have the catch tray, and the wiper assembly should bolt up there, and I can move it back a couple of inches. And then back over here, we're basically gonna cut up along the back of the cab, cut straight through the lower doors, and then we might trim or drill out these spot welds on these A-pillars down here. And then the El-Camino is gonna sit right over top. The other thing is, this whole dash and steering column have to drop down a little bit. So it's all just bolted up right now. I wanna keep this truck mobile. So by disconnecting all the airbags and the traction control, it puts it into limp mode. So I'm gonna try to keep the dash and the gas pedal and all the controls up so I can move it in and out while I'm working on it. But the inside of this is awesome. It looks like a brand new truck, just came off the assembly line floor. And that's gonna be a nice floor for the El-Cuda. So we might keep this back package tray kind of pocket here on this chassis, as long as it doesn't run into the frame rails, because they come up a little bit higher than this frame does. But that's all gonna be trial and error. I'm really just flying by the seat of my pants on this build. I got the creative idea. I'll show you guys a rendering here of kind of the concept that I'm going for. It's the El-Camino sitting on top of the Silverado chassis with the bullet style wheels I have. And I went for like a turquoise teal patina paint job. I figured that would look pretty cool on this build, but I'm open. Should we just go satin black with the whole truck, make it look very Mad Max looking? Or should we do like this turquoisey patina paint job? I think it'd look kind of cool. I think that's gonna be it for today. Tomorrow, I'm gonna start cutting everything, and then I can remove the entire portion of the cab that I don't need. And then the next step will be unbolting the El-Camino from the chassis and building some kind of a gantry crane system so it can lift the body off. Thanks for watching. This is part 3. Hope you guys are enjoying this build. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys and girls next time. Ciao, ciao. Woo.